For with history will repeat again. It's time we learn. This world was made for all men. But today is Black History Month, and it's the 8th day of it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever the side of the diaspora that you are on, welcome to the Mental House. I'm your host, Khadijah. Hi, y'all like my shirt? This is Brother Nat Turner. Brother Nat Turner lived from 1800 to 1831. And he, in my opinion, was a true no-limit soldier. Look at Brother Nat. He was a very interesting story about Brother Nat. Brother Nat read the Bible and he got a totally different interpretation than most of the preachers that exist today. He pretty much had the mentality of America today. Let's go get these people that fuck with us. So that was Nat Turner's mentality. Anyway, Brother Nat Turner from 1800 to 1831. Well, I want to thank y'all. I really like the response and the feedback that I got to introducing some books to you yesterday. A lot of people, young people inbox me, and I just love it when young people talk to me. I'm your favorite auntie on your mama's side, so you know how we get down. And I'm just so glad that I could be of help. It is my pleasure to serve you and give you anything that you need for your journey that I can provide. So we're gonna do it again, like I promised you that I would, and hopefully we can keep this going. It's the shortest month. It's 28 days, and so it's only like about 20 left, maybe. And I think I can give you a few books to at least keep us going to the end of the month. I'm going to try it as my best to do that, okay? So you can have some stuff to add to your collection. Evan 360, I appreciate you and your kind words. And we're going to get started, okay? All right. I'm going to give you some more books again that you can add to your collection that I think will be very good reading. And it will jumpstart your game on Black history. Okay. First book that I am going to introduce right now is, you probably can see it, it's called Stolen Legacy. Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James. Stolen Legacy, written by the legendary author George G.M. James, is widely considered to be one of the top 100 greatest books of all time. This great classic will surely attract a whole new generation of readers. For many, Stolen Legacy is a required reading for various courses and curriculums, and for others who simply enjoy reading timeless, priceless classic literature, this gem by George G.M. James is highly recommended. It's called, again, Stolen Legacy. The next book that I recommend for you to have is The Miseducation of the Negro. The Miseducation of the Negro by Dr. Carter G. Woodson. The Miseducation of the Negro is a book originally published in 1933 by Dr. Carter G. Woodson. The thesis of Dr. Woodson's book is that African Americans of this day were being culturally indoctrinated rather than taught. In American schools, this conditioning, he claims, causes African Americans to become dependent and to seek out inferior places in the greater society of which they are a part. He challenges his readers to become audio diktats and to do for themselves, regardless of what they were taught. History shows that it does not matter who is in power. Those who have not learned to do for themselves and have to depend solely on others never obtain any more rights or privilege in the end than they did in the beginning. So by Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of the Negro. Okay? The next book that I would like to introduce to you, signed by my good friend, the late great Dr. Gregory Brown, it's called A Black Holocaust in America. An orgy of murder and mayhem. The East St. Louis massacre was July 2nd, 1917. And this book is the study of white race riots and lynchings in the United States of America. All the studies of the lynching and the riots that whenever the economy got low like it is now, it's the same thing. White people start getting crazy and start loading up with their weapons and burning down towns. And that's what happened. I'm sure y'all remember Gastonia, Archer and Pine. That's the Gap Band, remember? Everybody all aboard. Ow! Yeah, Black Wall Street, Tulsa. It happened in a climate just like this. The guys that come back from the war and they realized that these black people were running banks and doing good and the economy was bad and they were doing bad, but the black people had all these furs and they were doctors. They even had their own airplanes. They had their own travel, banks. Well, I don't know about the airplane, but y'all get the picture. And they burnt them down. So this is a history of all the race riots that occurred and lynchings in the United States of America. It's a study of it. And the forward on the back of the book says, it's really interesting. It says, nothing kills like depraved white men. No other man and no other beast. Wow. The next book I would like to introduce to you all is a book. This book is special to me because it's educators. A lot of people think that we don't have black educators at all until Umar Johnson came on the scene. But I beg to tell you that Nathan and Julia Hare, the Hares most recently, they were winners of the Marcus and Amy Garvey Award from the Institute of Pan-African Studies. These individuals have been they in the forefront of black education and black curriculum studies. They're a husband and the wife team. Okay, Nathan and Julia Hare, and this book was kind of important to me. In fact, in the beginning of this book, she speaks they speak a little bit about my city, about the alderman, and the story I told you guys about the Alderman McGee. There's a foreword about him and something that he said that's in this book here. So it's very good, interesting reading. Okay, and again, it's called The Miseducation of the Black Child. This book also is very special to me because it was given to me by Frederick Douglass IV, and it's really a narrative and a collection of the life of Frederick Douglass. I love this. He's a former slave, impassioned abolitionist, brilliant writer, newspaper editor, and an eloquent creator whose speeches fired the abolitionist cause. Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass lived from 1818 to 1895, and he led an astounding life. Physical abuse, deprivation, and tragedy plagued his early years, yet through sheer force and character, he was able to overcome these obstacles to become a leading spokesman for his people. The life and the narrative of Frederick Douglass. Kind of like that. The next book is kind of special. In fact, I am going to do this, and I think I'll close with this on time. And this is Live from Death Row by Mumia Abu Jamal. Again, Live from Death Row, Mumia Abu Jamal. This is a rare and a courageous voice speaking from a place we fear to know. Jamal must be heard. That was written by Alice Walker. Everybody needs to know about this brother. You need to understand his story. You need to understand what happened to this brother who's still, right now, a political prisoner. Okay? Still in print. You can get this book. Live from Death Row. Alrighty. Well, thank you for being out there, family. And that is all that I have for today. As y'all know, my grandbaby is there. If you didn't hear her, she is here. And I am going to attend to her before she gets louder, if you don't hear it. I thank you for being out there. I will be back, because how many more days we gotta go? Maybe 20? I got you. Thank you, Evan. I hope that helped. I hope that there's a few more books that you can add to your collection. Mamie, you too as well. And thank y'all. Keep inboxing me. I love it. Keep being active and making your comments on the page. I appreciate it and I love it. I thank you all for being out there. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. Glad to have you. And I'm going to see you next time in the mental house. And I'll have some more books for you, okay? All right. Let's keep it going. Bye-bye.